What do we think about bath time thoughts? I'm not sure how PG this is for Instagram, but I feel like so many ideas come to me when I'm in the bath that I want to share with you guys. So many of my thoughts, philosophies, words of wisdom. Hi, I'm Eva and I make content about thoughts everyone has but no one wants to talk about. And this is part 1 of Bath Time Diaries. Today's Bath Time Diaries is discussing the idea of being bad before you're good. Now, for all the perfectionists out there, this is going to be a really difficult one because you are going to struggle, and you know that you struggle with starting something that you don't know how to do and being bad at it before you are good at it. The reason that perfectionists in particular struggle with this idea and this feeling so much is because being bad at something and not automatically good at it completely disrupts their identity. As a perfectionist, your identity is linked to being good at everything and being automatically good at everything, because lots of perfectionists, if you are a true born perfectionist from childhood, lots of perfectionists will be good at everything they do because they were raised that way or found validation through being perfect as a child. So what this means is that they have a strong identity that is linked to being good at something automatically. And when you are bad at something instead of good at it, when you start out, perfectionists, you will not want to continue it because it completely disrupts what your psyche latches onto as what is part of you and what makes you yourself. Even if you are not a perfectionist, somebody with low self-esteem will also struggle with being bad at something before being good at it. This is because if you have low self-esteem, you will be completely discouraged when you begin a new hobby, a new sport, a new task, any new learning that requires you to be bad before you are good. If you have low self-esteem, you will be put off by this immediately, and that is because the loop in your subconscious, the thoughts in your brain, that little voice inside your head that is always speaking directly to you, will tell you and remind you that you are not good at this. The trick is you need to ignore it because you have not done this before, and that little voice will be trying to discourage you immensely. However, pushing through until you get very slightly good, until you do one thing right, until one part of it is successful, until you're happy with one tiny detail, that will begin the reward system where you can start to then ignore the voice. People with low self-esteem don't make it into new hobbies, they don't commit, they don't continue, because that anxiety and the low self-opinions will completely interfere with their ability to grow and continue in these situations. If you have low self-esteem, you will listen to your inner critic before you will ever let yourself see success. This is why it's extremely important to let yourself be bad at something before you are good at it. If you allow yourself to be bad at something before you are good, you will create a new habit in your life. You will fall in love with a new hobby. You will make friends through a new sport that you've enjoyed. You will open yourself up to a world that you couldn't have dreamt was possible. You let yourself be bad at something before you are good at it, you will enter into a new page in your own story where you are creating the life that you've always wished and dreamed you could have. As a perfectionist, this will be very important to you because you want the life that you have dreamed and have, and you're likely already achieving lots of it. If you are someone with low self-esteem, you will have to start testing the boundaries of your own inner critic and assessing your subconscious to change the thought patterns you have that stop you from building habits and trying the new things that are important and interesting to you. Let yourself create a new identity. Drop the perfectionism, drop the low self-esteem. They are both opposite ends of the same spectrum, which are stopping you from being the person you want to be, from enjoying the time you have, from creating a world that reflects your inner vision, your inner self, your interests, your values, your personhood. Let yourself be bad at something before you can be good, and you will free yourself.